iremos al mismo sitio. El camposanto será nuestro fin. El dinero no lo es todo. Y eso ya está comprobado. Todavía nadie se ha llevado las riquezas que se hacen aquí. Tanto orgullo y tanta cosa, tanta envidia, señores, y tanta maldad. Ahora que estamos en salsa, es tiempo de guarachar. Olvídate de la gente mulato, dale pa'lante y ponte a gozar. Ven aquí a bailar la rumba, ven conmigo a guarachar. Olvídate de la guerra, señores, vamos a formar la paz. Palabras son palabras que el viento se ha de llevar.
How are you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Good. So what are you going to miss about the Accelerator?
You know, that's what I miss.
That's interesting. So, what's special about the Solid 6?
Man.
Because they're solid. They're the kind of companies most investors would pass on at first blush. But if you look beneath the surface, you'll find something incredible. If you're short-sighted, you would fail to properly tally up the value that we've seen. It's not a secret how delightful they are. The ones who refuse to fit the easy mold or play small. They're resilient, brilliant, and they've got rhythm. More jazz than any ensemble at your favorite Italian restaurant. Their teams can change tempo like Bonnie and Clyde. Secure and capped on tight, like your auntie's wig when the little kids tug on it, you know? It's not going anywhere. That's why they're the Solid 6.
Did you accomplish what you set out to do?
And more.
You know, in any entrepreneurial ecosystem, there's a mosaic of players. We're all just bricks, connected, working together. And like I told our team a long time ago, we're not here to solve all problems. We're not here to serve all people. We're here to serve what the Creator called us to do.
I mean, no one thought about mandating 50% of their portfolio to come from Tulsa, but it turned out to be our greatest advantage. No one imagined that we'd grow from scratching for applicants in Cohort 1 to now seeing over 300 applicants per cohort. No one in venture thought to make a $70,000 investment at 0% interest and 0% equity. Now it turns out to be the gift that keeps on giving.
Still, we're just one brick. And we didn't build it alone. We built it with friends, joint ventures, partners who stood in the gap. And not just those who joined us in Tulsa, but those who were with us from the beginning. The Accelerator has been a good run.
But as James says in the good book, one must decrease so that the other may increase.
How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Blessed. Normally I have some heartfelt speech that I've practiced 10,000 times over where I'm stuttering in the mics like this because I'm so nervous. But today all I have is the truth. And the truth is 6 cohorts, 4 years, and a town unexplored. Through these 4 years, countless lives have been impacted. Many partners have come into the fold and helped us impact in ways that we never thought before. And a lot of lessons have been learned. But there's one truth that stands out amongst everything else. Innovating and building for innovators is tough. Sometimes it's not rewarding. Sometimes people don't come to your rescue. And sometimes you may not even feel the recognition that you think you deserve. But the truth of the impact lives within the founders that stand before us and the innovation that they create. And the truth about that is that underrepresented founders have not even 0.3% more of a chance to do that. So when they do it, and they do it well, it's to be celebrated. And that's what Demo Day is about. And another truth I know, oh Lord, another truth I know is that every single founder you see on this side of this Foursquare has not only taken on their own challenges, their own trials, their own tribulations, but through it all, they've done like the number 6 is. The number 6, if I believe it, I only went to high school, I didn't graduate college, is the number of a hexagon, which has deep structural strength, harmony, and is also the shape that lies within nature, within a bee's nest. And like bees, we don't have necessarily a queen, they work together. And through the hive mind of collaboration, love, passion, and care for one another, each and every cohort we see elevation, innovation, and I don't have another word that rhymes with that, but if I did, it would really hit right now. So with that, it is my honor, as it always is, to introduce you all to not only innovation, but to Demo Day.
Can we clap it up for Jordan one more time? Everybody celebrates a lot of the work that we do, especially the visualizations and storytelling. A lot of people thought I was crazy when I first started Axe House. And when we put in our Accelerator budget, when we were designing this for the first time, a creative producer. I said, why do you have a creative producer on W-2? That doesn't make, how's that going to impact the founders? But the level of storytelling that we've been able to share over the past 4 years about the impact that the founders are making and the great work that they are doing has all been because of this guy right here, Jordan McNair. I've told many stories about how we came from Tallahassee, how it was only about to be me coming, because Ito, who you guys saw at the end of that video, was actually moving back home across overseas. But nonetheless, he made the journey Tulsa's been home to us for 4 years now. Good grief. Time really does fly. But nonetheless, welcome to Demo Day for Cohort 6. Clap it up for them. So if this is your first time at Demo Day, it's a very interactive Demo Day. It's not your average Demo Day. We're all a family here, okay? So we do a little callback, talkback, all that good stuff. It's a lot of fun. But before we get into Cohort 6, I just want to talk about some things that have happened over the past 4 years in a very beautiful way and what's been taking place. The reality is it wouldn't have happened without my man upstairs, to be completely honest with you, right? 6 cohorts, a lot of great work that has taken place, and we're going to run through and talk about a little bit about it. But it all started with one thing, a joint venture that actually started over Zoom because all of us were wearing masks. And in that joint venture, I remember meeting Mark Lounger and Malachi Blankenship, and I actually met Malachi because I pinched hit and judging for a pitch competition. And what we decided to do over the next 4 or 5 months was actually architect a joint venture where we both went out, raised a joint fund in order to do some crazy and amazing work, right? And when we thought about that work deeply, it started off with one number. And that one number, which a lot of founders have come to learn, is what? 70K, right? 0% interest, 0% equity. What are you guys doing? I think most of our friends in venture capital were like, you guys are crazy. It's a suicide. Where's the upside? But the reality is it represented a number that was the family and friend gap for many Black and Latino-led startups. If you look at the numbers from Kaufman's report, I think it represents $3,000 to $28,000 of what happens in a family and friend round in most of those communities. I mean, the reality is I experienced it. My first family and friend round was $5,000, right? At that time in 2012, I'm dating myself a little bit, I did a little bit with the $5,000. Like we had some fun, right? But it wasn't enough to make the outsized impact in order to run. And so from that, we saw a lot of great work, immense. The reality is in Cohort 1, we only have 55 applications. I mean, I think one time we were like, oh, shoot, are we going to have enough people apply? Why? Like, who's going to actually listen to someone saying, I have $70,000 for you at 0% interest and 0% equity? Not many people at first, right? You get called the scam artist, you know. But we leaned into that. Anybody remember the funny commercial that we actually developed in Cohort 1, which was literally like me acting like a used car salesman in Greenwood, talking about 70%, 70,000, 0% interest, 0% equity. That commercial did numbers. I think, Jordan, what was the total numbers for that commercial? Like 25,000 people viewed it? Oh, okay, yeah. If Jordan touched it, it's definitely 1 million. But nonetheless, we have 55 applicants. But over the years, what ended up taking place is that we had over 1,300 applicants from across the globe apply to be in the cohort at ActHouse Accelerator here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And that is a big number. Another amazing thing about that is 35 countries are represented in that number, which is also crazy. Additionally, of course, 11% from overseas. And again, look what the Lord has done, right? It's amazing what has taken place, and it's amazing what we're seeing, and it's amazing what's happening. I'm very thankful that our team has been able to actually have fun with it. Over the 4 years, we've had about 51 investments. And as you guys know, with our 70K, the 0% interest, 0% equity, there's a trigger that actually returns that money back into the work that we're doing, right? And I'm proud to say that 14 out of the 45 companies from Cohort 1 to Cohort 5, Cohort 6, they're demoing today, so we'll see what happens after this next 6 months, have triggered their 1x return back into the fund. So if you guys can clap it up for that, right? That's 31% of a return rate on our investment, right? Which is very fantastic. I'm very happy about it. And the reality is, according to what we've scanned from Cohort 6, I think 2 more are set to trigger over the next 3 months, which should be pretty exciting. So shout out to Cohort 6, the solid 6. As you guys know as well, in our fund, nobody mandated this on us. It came from our placemaking philosophy that we had back in Florida. As you guys know, ActHouse started off as an actual house. Innovators lived in it, created one startup in 1 year. But as Mark, Malachi, and I, we all chatted, we wanted to keep that And we said, hey, how can we have 50% of the companies that come from Tulsa? How do we have 50% of the companies in our cohort come from Tulsa or live in Tulsa? And it's been exciting to see that the companies that have moved here from outside of this, 35% have actually stayed here in Tulsa, which is also great. 126 jobs created, which has been fantastic. But here's a number that's really, really, really dope because I think it represents the work that the founders have done, right? Across a lot of the accelerators in the Tulsa ecosystem, the Axe House founders, these guys have really just been kicking some good butt. And they get after it. I mean, our team can talk about it at length, to be honest, right? But the impact that they do and they make is crazy, and the reality is they act different. They truly embody it because there's a mindset that comes in place when you know that the $70K that you received is now going to the people who are coming after you, right? It's actually mimicking the dollar that took place in Greenwood of circulating over 300 times, and that is the beauty and the model of the financing. Again, I'm giving props to God all day, y'all. So if you don't like it, I love you. But I'm probably not going to sacrifice my relationship with him for y'all. So much love. Nonetheless, again, look what my big God has done. But we didn't get there alone, okay, at all. As the end of that video said, in every ecosystem, no matter where you are, it's a mosaic of ecosystem players, right? We're just one brick. And there's a lot of freaking work that has gone into this ecosystem and a lot of work that a lot of people have done, and we're very excited about it. So to our partners that walked with us, the Bill Clinton Family Foundation, Corette's Family Foundation, the Schusterman Foundation, the George Kaiser Family Foundation, we thank you. You did not have to take a risk in the great work that was about to commence. We didn't know it was going to be great. We had an idea. We had some powers that came together, but we didn't know it was going to be great. But you took a risk, and we appreciate it. But there's one partner that I want to acknowledge that I believe has done some amazing, amazing, amazing work and has stood in the gap when others didn't choose to. That's my good friends at Build in Tulsa. I hope y'all know I didn't forget y'all when I was showing that partner slide. If you had a little tremor of the heart and it worked. Gotcha! The work that you guys continue to do is the work that a lot of people underestimate. A lot of people don't see the countless hours, the sacrifices that you guys have had to make in order to support founders when our ecosystem went through its first gut punch. And the reality is you didn't have to. You could have walked away like a lot of other people, but you didn't. And that type of work, that type of commitment goes beyond excitement. It goes beyond discipline. It's devotion. And so Ashley, Desiree, the whole Build in Tulsa team, Hunter up here on the front row, I appreciate you guys. Our team appreciates you guys. When we did the smart thing of diversifying our fund, and so we can make sure when we raise the next one, we'll have some more diversification. And then we were like, okay, we got some steam. And then it was like, whoop, no steam. Cohort 6 is delayed, right? But the reality is you guys still saw the inherent value of what we have done. And the reality is we wouldn't be here without you. The follow-on capital that you guys provide to founders, the on-ramps that you guys provide to founders for them to be ready to even be in other accelerators, a lot of people don't see it sometimes, right? As sacrifice. And I understand it because our team sacrifices on it. And so to see other people like you guys, day and night, make it happen when other people choose not to make it happen, that should be applauded and celebrated. So I appreciate you guys deeply. You all are amazing. Yeah, y'all should stand. Y'all should stand. Y'all should stand. Y'all should stand. Absolutely. 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 I know I get on y'all nerve. I'm not mad about that. Because genuinely when we get on each other's nerve, it's actually about progression. which is a beautiful thing. And when you can work with people in the ecosystem who, when we come to the table with ideas, we're challenging it, we're rubbing elbows about it, trying to get to a place of getting 2% better, that's all you can ask for. So, thank you. We love y'all. I said thank you already. But stop fretting, guys. I want to say one thing real quick. A lot of people have been coming up to me, and it's getting exhausting. Are you leaving Tulsa? No. And if I did, okay. But I'm not. Like, that just hasn't been in any of our conversations as a team, like, at all. So stop fretting. We aren't leaving. All right? We still have more work to do. Excited about the work that we have to do. Right? Our pre-accelerator and team matching algorithm are taking off. Funny enough, we have this demo day, our main stage accelerator. But how many demo days do we have next week? 2 demo days next week, and like a quasi-mini demo day, which is like more of a pitch thing next week. But it's exciting. We're excited about it. We have some amazing partners on it end. But the reality is, it's not about us tonight. Did that really cut off at the time I said it's about the founders? That sucked. It's about the founders, all right? So, oh no, I have to rag this person. This person, about to get the show started, but you guys already saw the preview of who it is. One thing I'll say about this, you don't know that this is going to happen. Like, I knew it happened in the beginning when we did the residential incubator. And there's something that takes place when you start to work with founders. They first see you as the funder. They momentarily see you as a friend. Momentarily, right? But then they see you as a facilitator of all things in life, both personal and professional. You sometimes become a big brother when you didn't know you actually signed up for that role. But nonetheless, the only reason why this one founder has allowed me to have that role, and I don't know if she allowed me, I think I've been mandated, is because she keeps the juices coming in with rejuvenation, right? So can we clap it up for Anna Cobb, our first founder coming to the stage?
Hello, Tulsa family. My name is Anna Cobb. I'm the CEO and founder of Rejuvenation Beverage Company. We are a plant-based functional beverage brand that focuses on the intersection of health and wellness through innovative, fun products like plant-based energy juices, all the way to our newest sold-out product, sparkling okra water, that you can purchase right now on www.drinkokra.com. I did have to put my shameless plug in there. So, but that's not what we are here for. I did want to say coming from DC to Tulsa was not an easy feat, but my big brother, uncle, dad, all the things has made it so much easier. And Dom, thank you so much. Thank you so much for seeing something in me that I did not see in myself as a founder. But how many of you all have had a bad hair day? Anyone? Yes. You feel like you're broke down. You feel like you're depressed. Life is over. Everything is bad. Yes, I'm seeing some nods. Well, what if I told you that the next founder that I am introducing has made a tool that eliminates bad hair days? Now you can use a rental service that will eliminate those bad hair days and only give you good hair days. I would like to bring to the stage the founder of WellCap, Shantae Frazier. Thank you.
Diva is a female version of a hustler. Of a hustler. Of a hustler. Diva is a female version of
Let's play a game. What do all three of these women have in common? That's a trick question. Same woman, different hair. As women, we like to express ourselves in different ways. One of the most powerful and transformative ways you do that is through your hair. You may want to be professional at work, playful with our friends, and a little provocative during the weekends. Celebrities like Beyonce and the Kardashians have brought wigs and hair extensions to the forefront, and now consumers are starting to think of their hair as an accessory or form of self-expression. The problem is, this hair costs money. A lot of money. In fact, the average cost of a wig like the one I'm wearing today, is $600. So, unless you're a Kardashian who can apparently afford to have a whole closet dedicated to wigs, you probably aren't buying too many. That's where we enter. Good evening, everyone. My name is Shantae Frazier, and I am the co-founder of WellCapped, where we're on a mission to empower all women to embrace all facets of their unique individuality. For those of you familiar with Rent the Runway, our business model is very similar, but instead of renting out clothing items, our members simply go online, choose a wig, wear it, and when they're done with it, return it to us. And we work with local contractors, hairstylists, to handle the washing, sanitization, and restyling of that hair. The opportunity currently sits at $3.1 billion, but that's only looking at the 2.6 U.S. consumers who are already spending $1,800 annually on hair extensions or wigs, multiplied by our annual subscription rate. We know that there's a lot of room for growth in that number, being driven by the fact that it is now scaling across different races and ethnicities, and two, the fact that people now want more versatility. Now, let's play another game. What do all of these women have in common? They're all well-capped. Since launching in 2021, we have had over 400 people pay to try our service, and last year we hit $4,500 in monthly recurring revenue. And thank you. And wigs are just the beginning. Our long-term vision for WellCapped is to use our members' preferences, demographics, and historical rentals to make finding new products hassle-free. Of course, every good vision needs a good team, and my co-founder, Lauren Mitchell, and I are the perfect people to bring this vision to life. Prior to WellCapped, Lauren worked in marketing for firms like Deloitte and Grant Thornton, and I've worked for companies such as Wayfair, PwC, and also served as an intelligence officer in the Army National Guard. We invite all of you to join us in revolutionizing the beauty industry at WellCapped, where every day is a great hair day. Thank you.
Na 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 diva is a female version of a hustler, of a hustler, of a hustler. Na 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 diva is a female version of a hustler.
Alrighty, I know you guys didn't think you'll see me again, but one beautiful thing I would say about Demo Day is how diligent our team works in order to make it happen. It's a lot of effort. And honestly, I think you guys said this several times before. Demo Day in startup land is not my favorite day for founders, right? I think as a startup ecosystem in startup land, we haven't really positioned Demo Day appropriately for founders and helping them understand that this is just the beginning of the journey, not the end, right? But one founder who made a journey from New York to Tulsa actually cannot be with us tonight, not because she doesn't desire to be, but pneumonia and COVID have grabbed a hold of her, all right? So we decided to get innovative and do something new. This one founder who we love and adore, and also personally has been, if you've seen The Office, you know this founder, right? She is one of the most amazing individuals, but witty, sarcastic, and she drives the numbers in her business. You guys will hear more about it, but I want you guys to clap it up for Jazz Sanchez from Jazzy Lupini.
Pasta, bread, and baked goods are the staples we turn to, but they're often loaded with sugar, empty carbs, pesticides, and allergens. What if our favorite comfort foods didn't just taste good, but what if it was good? As in good for your body, I'm talking blood sugar, your gut, even the planet. Well, let's just say Patti LaBelle's sweet potato pie might not make the list, but I know a certain pasta company that can. Hi, I'm Jazz Sanchez, the founder of Jazzy Lupini, a brand that's transforming the humble lupin bean into a craveable, high-protein comfort food that nourishes the body and regenerates the soil. 70% of Americans are metabolically unhealthy. Like Jolene, a 23-year-old college student who found us on TikTok. She tried every healthy pasta she could find, but they either tasted like cardboard or spiked her blood sugar, leaving her groggy before class. And most of the replacements out there, they're rubbery, bland, and often do more harm than good, both to the planet and our pockets. We need a better answer, one that doesn't ask people to sacrifice culture, taste, or pleasure just to feel okay in their bodies. Jazzy Lupini solves this with a new food format powered by lupin beans, a regenerative crop that's low in carbs, high in protein, and flavor neutral. Our hero product is lupin-based pasta. It's got 26 grams of protein, 18 grams of prebiotic fiber, and just 3 net carbs. Plus, it's 100% gluten-free, and it tastes like the real thing. A year ago, Jazzy Lupini was in a handful of indie stores, hand-delivering cases and figuring it out as we went. Since then, we've grown into a national presence, now on shelves in over 311 stores. I don't think you heard me. I said we're now on shelves in over 311 stores across 20 states with a 35% reorder rate that signals real product market fit. We're securing a gluten-free certified co-manufacturer with the capacity to meet national retail standards. Our email list now drives consistent engagement, and our sales have grown on average 22% month over month. So what started as a niche product is now positioned to compete at the national level with the systems, traction, and demand to back it. Since joining Act House, we've evolved from a boutique supplier into a nationally scalable brand. We've rebuilt our supply chain and positioned ourselves for scale by launching new packaging optimized for Walmart, Whole Foods, and UNFI. We've also finalized our GTINs, our allergen panels, our pallet specs, and our retail-ready logistics. We've grown from $27,000 to $45,000 a month in revenue while maintaining 47% in gross profit margin and staying profitable at every step of the way. Now, I know everybody loves to talk about money, but here's where it gets really exciting. Lupin beans are nitrogen fixing, they're drought tolerant, and they require zero synthetic fertilizer, which means they actually improve the soil as they grow. Compared to wheat or rice, lupin farming cuts usage by 80% and emissions by 50%. Our lupin beans are also glyphosate-free. We're not just creating a new food category, we're building a low-emissions regenerative supply chain from the ground up. We sit at the crossroads of multiple massive markets. Unlike our competitors, we deliver protein, texture, and carb control in just one bite. Our extrusion method and proprietary flour blend also give us a product moat. And so we've launched our flour line this year, and we've got mixes, snacks, and ready-to-eat pasta bowls in development. We've just completed a rebrand, and our focus group tested our new name, packaging, and positioning to stand out on store shelves. With strong unit economics and MOQs that drive price efficiencies, we're ready for mass retail. So, we're raising $500,000 to scale manufacturing, finalize our retail rebrand, secure larger production runs, and launch our new SKUs. This will get us into over 700 doors and seed our regenerative supply partnerships. Jazzy Lupini isn't just food, it's a vote for health, happiness, and climate resilience. If you're excited by scalable, inclusive climate solutions, let's talk. Let's build a food system where no one has to choose between nourishment and joy.
Hello, everyone. Hi. I'm Nyla Pollard, the founder and CEO of Ballin AI. We were a part of Cohort 4, and we are a sports technology company that is building the first recruiting intelligence platform in basketball. And so we help athletes develop their game, and we help coaches find their 15 championship players from the 15 million that they could be recruiting. So since the cohort, we've gone on and raised $500,000 in funding. We have a thank you. Thank you, guys. We have a partnership with Nike Basketball, and we're in colleges across the nation. Thank you. But I am so elated to announce this next founder because he really embodies what it means to bet on yourself. Packing up everything, leaving an apartment and a lease to come to Tulsa and chase his dream and build his company. And it's one of those companies that when you first hear about it, at least for me, I was like, I wish I had this the entirety of my life. Why am I just now hearing about this? Which is an excellent first indicator. But I'm even more impressed by the person behind the company. And that's what matters more than anything. So please join me in welcoming the one and the only founder of Tugs, Howard Moore.
If you are what you say you are, a superstar.
First off, thank you so much for just blessing my soul with that, honestly. Let me look around the room real quick. I want to see some beautiful smiles. Okay, I see some faces. Some of you may know my face, and if you don't, my name is Howard Moore, and I'm the founder of Tugs, the first hair care brand to eliminate tender head pain. Now, some of you don't know what that means. You've clearly never had to deal with a child going through all this. All right? Now, if you're a parent, you're just trying your best to show them some love, some affection, but in reality, all you're getting is tears and stress. And I don't know about you, but when I was a kid, I wish I had something that I wanted to take care of myself, honestly, right? And some of you in the room, I don't know, I see some braids in here, somewhere around here. Y'all are probably still tender-headed to this day, just like me. In fact, I'm not even a chemist. I'm not a hairstylist. I'm just my first customer. In 2014, I made the decision to move over to Sweden, and over there for I was about 4 years, and believe me, there was not a single salon that could take care of my hair at all. This is my lovely adoptive mother from Tobago, and we tried everything from YouTube videos to grandma's home remedies, and nothing really worked. It got so bad that actually I made the mistake of locking up my hair, and it took 2 days and 3 women to take it all down. It was the most terrifying, painful experience of my entire life. And when I asked her, I said, hey, how do you deal with this issue on a regular basis? Obviously, she hit me in the back of the head and popped me with the comb and said, stop moving. But her real answer was that, I don't know, baby. We just learned to tolerate it. And then I realized this wasn't just a me issue. This was a global issue. In the U.S. alone, there's a $2 billion texture hair care market and not a single product on the shelf, not one, takes care of this problem. That means that the 45% of African Americans and Latinos that deal with this issue are just walking around with no solution, just dealing with it the best way they can. And to me, I just feel like that's not fair. I feel like that is millions of people, billions of people, if you look at the entire globe, that are just learning to tolerate it. No one should have to tolerate their own hair. And I feel like at Tugs, hair care should be a bonding experience, not a painful one. That's why I made this product. It's a simple solution that you can just apply, and within 60 seconds, it reduces 60% of all the pain that you're experiencing. You just apply it to your scalp, you let it absorb, no flakes, no grease, none of that stuff, ladies. And you can just style your hair as normal for about 20 minutes without any of the interferences. And the best part is that you can still use the products that you already currently use, so whatever your favorites are, you don't got to worry about me stepping on your toes and all that stuff, all right? You're good. Now, what makes us a little bit different than detanglers and conditioners is that those just handle the slip, right? We actually want to penetrate the root, the scalp. And unlike grandma's chicken soup and perfect remedies, unfortunately, they're not as consistent as they should be. Tugs gives you reliable results that are shelf ready with zero preparation. Just take out the bottle and you're good to go. Now, the benefit of this is that I know that I'm not smart enough to do this on my own, So I put in the effort over several years to work with 4 different pharmacists, doctors, cosmetologists to make sure this was as safe as possible, to make sure that it was strong enough for adults, but still gentle enough for children. Now, doing all this, we've actually managed to produce the product at $4 a unit, maintain the production here in the USA, sorry tariffs, and, and keep it at an FDA-registered facility to make sure that everything is as safe as possible. During all this, we were actually keeping a 60% profit margin to make sure that, we got to make our money. But of course, this is just an idea, right? Did it actually work? Well, we did our first MVP. We got 1,000 units out the door. We saw 40 stores pick up the product, and we got 20 salons to test it out as well. This attention got us a feature in Essence and Wellness magazine, and right now we have about 600 people on our waiting list ready for us to go later this year. Yeah. And personally, what I love is all the love. This has been something that I really wanted to make a genuine effort. And when I walk out in the world and I know that I did something that moms and daughters and people are actually benefiting from, I don't know. I feel like I'm a good person. And I don't know. That's just a me moment. That wasn't even in my script, dog. Anyway, I know that the market is here. So over the next 6 months, we're going to be targeting 20,000 stylists around the U.S., well, specifically the Southeast region, because that's where the parents are the most, right? They want to be in the chair, experiencing the pain at that moment. We feel like having affiliate braiders, affiliate stylists help to bring the product to them is going to be our best bet to get it out the door. Once we can build that, grow into on Amazon, then we can target the 3,000 stores, beauty supply corner stores, Sally's, Walmart, and beyond. Now, this may sound like a shot in the dark, but this is just the first step. Because the real vision for Tugs is to make our own new category of tender hair care. So if you love getting waxes, ladies, some guys, who knows, but we've already patented the formula for this natural version and a medicated version, which gives us access to an FDA pipeline to where we can take this product to the larger cosmetic and med spa industry. You can clap. I like it. It's all good. I appreciate the love. Anyway, I love to stroke my own ego, but I really genuinely can't say I haven't done this without some of the best people around me. I'm a 2-time founder. I've been doing branding, design, especially specifically within the hair care industry for way too long. But Jim, he's had my back and done so many pitches with me that I can't beyond appreciate his effort. He's a sales and distributor who's worked with Shark Tank and Target in the past. And Priscilla, she's genuinely, if you are watching, girl, you're my best friend. And she has over 6 years of project management and data analysis to help bring this to market. Now, I could get up here and I tell you how much money I need, right? But I feel like that would be disingenuous because I'm sitting here telling you how much I believe in myself, so I want you all to believe in me too. Right now, take out your phones. Genuinely, take out your phones. Don't be sitting there looking at me like I'm crazy. He's not going to come down if you don't take it off. Duh, I'm going to be up here for hours. This will allow you to actually try the product for yourselves. Everybody in here knows someone who's dealt with this issue, who's experienced this issue, and can benefit from the solution. Now, I'm not saying that you have to buy it and go sell it to the whole universe. Just give it a shot. That's all. And once you experience the opportunity, then you can hit me up and I'll take your check then. But the whole goal of Tugs is that we want to put the tenderness back into hair care. So my name is Howard Moore, and this is Tugs. You are a superstar.
Hello, everybody. How are you doing? Good. Well, I'm Miss Fields, founder and CEO of Sweet Fields, a decadent gourmet cinnamon roll company. Good stuff. The last time I stood before you, I was celebrating having launched in grocery stores. But just yesterday, I met with Walmart and Sam's Club to explore private labeling our sinfully delicious buns for their customers nationwide.
It's proof that when you're building with purpose, the world really does take notice. But speaking of purpose, this next founder resonates it. She's creative, she's resilient, and what she's building is redefining how we express ourselves and connect through our everyday choices. I won't spoil the surprise, but what I will say is you'll never look at your closet the same way again. So please help me in welcoming Vanessa, the founder of Bonnie.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for that kind introduction. I'm Vanessa Sanchez, co-founder and CEO of Bonnie. So I have a confession. I love clothes and fashion. Going to the mall is my idea of having fun. Growing up, I used to borrow clothes from my sister, Maritza. We would swap our closets as our way of trying out new styles, but without having to spend money. So you can imagine that when I landed a senior position at Goodwill, the closet swapper, the mall shopper in me was so excited. But the longer I spent in the industry, the more frustrated I got. It's no secret that fashion is the second largest polluting industry on the planet, and that the rise of fast fashion has built a world of overconsumers. But did you know that we spend $1,800 a year on fashion alone? Or what about the fact that we throw away 82 pounds of clothes per person every year? It became clear to me that the way that we consume and waste fashion is unsustainable. We need a new way to shop. So I came together with my sister and our friend Meredith to found, fund, and launch fashion's next secondhand disruptor. Bonnie, we are redefining the way that you trade clothes, refresh your style, save money, and reduce waste. At Bonnie, we are defining the circular movement as swap-onomics. We are turning your closet into currency. Bonnie is smart, it's social, and it's simple to use. For every item you post, users get a credit that they can use to swap any item on the platform. There's no pricing negotiation. There's no waiting to match with another user. It's just instant access to clothing in the same experience as shopping. With early market validation on version 1 of our app, we're excited to be launching version 2 by end of this year. It's a rebrand, we're streamlining onboarding, we're revamping our matching algorithm, and we're adding more transparency to our credit system. All of this is going to boost engagement and build a scalable foundation. Okay, so retail and rental have defined the industry until right now. Bonnie is here to pave the way in how we trade, and we are the next gen of secondhand. The secondhand market is huge. It's expected to reach $73 billion by 2028. Just let that sink in. There are over 70 million millennial and Gen Z women in the US, and that is our core audience. Of them, 62% turn to secondhand first before they even consider buying something new. That's a potential market of 72 million people who already bought in to thrift culture and secondhand, and that's just here in the US. Since launching our app in early January of last year, we found that 90% of our users are millennial and Gen Z women. We're seeing a 71% monthly growth rate for users, and 1 in 3 are repeat swappers. And we know that we're shifting the culture when it comes to shopping and swapping because 43% of our users are actually first-time swappers. As we focus on our rebrand, we're excited to continue to be in community spaces. We're hosting and sponsoring swap events across the country. We're on college campuses, and we're working with influencers to get our message out there. But what's really exciting is that we're piloting a Bonnie bag, and that's our entry into textile recycling. We're also very excited to be expanding into kids and maternity. Why? Because 40% of US households have children under the age of 18. We are excited about that potential. And what's really exciting is that we're going to be translating our app into Spanish in order to, en español, We know that this is going to pave the way for global expansion. And as someone who is based in Miami, we recognize that this is the gateway to the Americas. Right now, we make an average of $3 per swap transaction. But as we focus on our rebrand, we know that we can double this, taking it to between $5 and $8 per transaction. Our B2B and partnerships are bringing in new opportunities, and we know that kids in maternity are going to be huge for us. 2026 is the year for global expansion at Bonnie, and we are the right team to do this. We have decades of experience when it comes to fundraising, marketing, operations, and of course, fashion. Our next step is expansion into Europe. The first one in Spain, where our COO, Maritza, is boots on the ground. 3/4 of the population is already shopping secondhand, so it's a natural transition for us. We have a bigger vision than just an app. We believe in the power of the collective. Every swap multiplied by hundreds of thousands and millions, that is the energy that is fueling the $73 billion secondhand market. At Bonnie, we believe that your next favorite outfit is already hanging in someone else's closet, so why not swap for it? We know that the demand is there, and we are ready to scale. We invite you to join us in the future of fashion. It's not about buying more, it's about swapping smarter. Thank you.
Let's go. I'm Malachi. I'm now the Director of Capital over at Tulsa Innovation Labs. Tonight is all about founders. And as I was talking to the next founder that's coming up on stage.
Wait 1 second. You already knew this was coming. That's why we set you up. For people who don't know who Malachi is to us, Malachi is family. Malachi is family.
I wore something for you.
Malachi is also my brother. Malachi and I met in 2019. If there's any human being that's responsible for me being here in Tulsa, it's this guy. And we had the blessing of actually receiving Malachi on our team after working a nice creative deal with I2E, which was a lot of fun. And Malachi was fresh energy. Malachi and Talia. Talia's here too. What up, T? T was the first person that we honored. But Malachi left the team January, February. My boy had a new child, his third child. So we had to upgrade that salary. I don't blame you. I don't blame you, brother. I don't blame you. But we never got a chance to honor Malachi publicly. I think you all saw the video that I posted on LinkedIn, which is actually, that's the internal video that we do for all of our teammates who like transition. But Malachi, we got something for you. So the whole team can come on stage. That'd be great. They running. I mean, let's clap it up for the squad. Talia, you're a partner now at TU with us, but if it wasn't for you either, you know, come on, you family as well. We got you a gift. I don't know if you saw it, if it came in the door, but we know you love Legos.
I do love Legos.
And we want to let you know that we love you.
Thanks, guys.
So appreciate you, bro.
I love this team so much. I could walk you the exact spot where I talked to Dom for the first time. I was like, told him what I was about. He told me he was about. This is the person going to do business. And so with amazing people awesome founders. Love you guys so much, and looking forward. And All right. Since we're spotlighting people, if you don't come to this for the founders, you probably come to it for Jordan's video at the beginning. That's why I watch the national championship and March Madness for shiny moment at the end, and that's what that is. Just talented people all around. All right. So now that I'm dressed like Dom, I told him not to do it, but I was dressed like him just in case he does, and we'll see what. I do have a little one. I actually just started my paternity leave a few weeks ago, and this is the first event I've been at in a few weeks, and this is great. But I talked to the next founder earlier this week, and I was like, the one thing I don't want to do is steal your thunder, right? Because that's the one thing I hate about it in introductions is that they basically give out all the secret sauce. And he's like, man, you ain't gotta worry about that. I'm gonna paraphrase a little bit. He's like, the secret's out. It's like we have momentum like crazy. They sell out virally everywhere they go, whenever they do drops. So if you hadn't had it yet, like you're missing out. All right, and in a time when the world is extremely confusing, political, and divisive, there's one thing we can all get behind, and that is we all love donuts. So everybody stand up and welcome Milton Perry from Super Secret Donuts. Oh!
All right. Yeah, great song. This is what happens when you don't submit your walkout song in time. I'm more of a Saja Boys fan, but here we are. All right. We're going to make it out the honeymoon. Let's go. Let's get into it, guys. So a little bit about me. The idea for Super Secret Donuts, it actually came to me back in 2015. Spent about 10 years living in my notes. I'm a recent transplant from Oahu, Hawaii. I moved to Tulsa, Oklahoma. Yeah, not your average thing, right? But when I got here, what I noticed was not here and not anywhere was executing the vision that I had. So I decided it was time to take a risk. With a background in culinary and having recently sold my prior business that obviously has so much to do with where I am now, a mobile auto body repair shop, I decided it's time to get back in the kitchen. This time, I created a donut. Not just any donut, a super secret donut. You see, most donuts that shout hot and handmade, they come from a bag and a bucket. Pre-mixed, preserved, predictable. They're loaded with stabilizers like propylene glycol and mono and diglycerides, things that are used in de-icers and things you need a PhD to pronounce or even understand, right? And this is what passes for fresh and high quality, great deals for us to pick up and put into our body. Super Secret Donuts are different. It's scratch-made brioche. We use inventive flavors that we execute with artisan skill. At Super Secret Donuts, we're not chasing taste good. We're chasing nostalgia, joy, and a moment you can't wait to share. Now look, it's not just about what we don't put in our donuts that makes us different. It's what we're not putting in our building. We use a completely separate model, okay? We use a brickless infrastructure. Traditional donut shops cost $250,000 to $500,000 to open. With months and permitting and inspections, all this upfront risk, we can launch in under 30 days. No real estate, no heavy infrastructure. We grow through people, partnerships, and culture, not concrete. From our very first pop-ups, we've had lines around the building. 1 employee, 1 fryer, over 1 year. With monthly revenue beginning at $5,000 a month, now landing around $15,000 to $20,000 monthly. Thanks. Look, we've generated over 10,000 organic followers, local press, influencer buzz, all the fun things that come along with a great product, right? People take a bite and they can't wait to share the secret. And look, our donuts are great, but our numbers are not to be glazed over. We do roughly 5,200 donuts a month at average of $4.70 each, costing us only 63 cents per donut to make, and that's on the high end. Our lean margins are 70% with a monthly revenue of over $20,000 a month. Now listen, would you have thought we could do software margins with a donut? 70 to 80% of indie coffee shops outsource their baked goods. Pre-mixed, frozen, the same old boring stuff, right? That's where we step in. We give them something better. Artisan, brioche, scratch-made donuts. They bring the location and coffee. We bring the community, the great donut, and the buzz. Together, we turn your everyday coffee run into an immersive experience. Now listen, this is the fun part. If you're not a believer yet, you're about to be initiated. Go ahead and look under your seat. If it's not there, believe me, it's around the wall somewhere, or somebody snagged them. Dom told me I have about an extra 30, 40 seconds for you guys to take a bite and put stuff away. Now listen, if you got a gluten intolerance, you got a dairy intolerance, don't even look at this thing. And for you guys at home, please go ahead and just imagine you're eating something delicious. While you guys are doing that, I'm going to go ahead and run through my co-founder and my future employees. This is my beautiful wife, Ashley, my son, Zion, and my daughter, Evelyn. Yeah. Look, so we actually got married here in Tulsa, so I actually been supporting Tulsa since 2017. This is my daughter, Evelyn. Isn't she beautiful? Isn't she wonderful? Let's go. This is my son, Zion. He's our biggest brand ambassador, also Spider-Man. So let's keep it moving, guys. All right, we got some bites in. Go ahead, turn to your neighbor, tell them how great they look tonight, tell them how good that donut was, and then we'll keep it rolling. Look, if you're from Tulsa and you know what's going on here, you know that this model works. You've seen us in the mix. We have 4 to 5 coffee shops already committed to hosting us regularly, with more in the pipeline. Every new partnership expands our reach from site to site, city to city. We call that brickless growth. Over the next 18 months, we will expand to Oklahoma City, Dallas, with more cities in the pipeline. We'll create new ghost kitchens, boost our capacity, develop new teams. We'll launch our website, insider text program, and merch drops. Can you believe we got this far without any of those things? We scale by collaboration, not construction. That's what sets us apart. Our moat, because you're thinking, hey, maybe somebody else is going to come in and make some donuts. No, our moat lies in craft, culture, and community. Chains can't pivot to true artisan quality. Look, they're going to lose efficiency, they'll lose margins. Local shops can't replicate our fan culture, and they definitely can't replicate the flavor. We don't make customers at Super Secret Donuts. We cultivate insiders. That was a bar. It was okay. I'll give it to you. Tonight, I'm raising $500,000 on a safe. The funding is going to expand our Ghost Kitchen program, our pop-up reach, and our team to do so. With Super Secret Donuts, a donut is not just a donut. It's a whisper. It's a handshake. It's an invitation into something greater than flavor. This is a living story, and I want you to help us write the next chapter. Thank you.
Wow. That was a great donut. Well, it's a huge pleasure to be up here today to introduce such a monumental founder. And I have a few notes that I wanted to bring out because I think I'm kind of one of the first to be a result of the work of the 4 years that Act House did. And it's really surreal to be back here. Like, a year and a half ago, me and my co-founder, Julian Apari, were up here, and I wasn't going to talk anything about Skin Check. But since everybody else did, right? So, really, ACT and this community have been monumental to support our growth. And in the past year and a half, we've had a few wins. We've had the honor to serve over 190,000 users worldwide. And just as 3 weeks ago, we were able to roll out our clinical care model in all 50 states, helping... Wait. It gets better, guys. Just 2% every day, guys. But we've been able to, in just 3 weeks, serve dozens of patients in the U.S. And only in the past 3 weeks, we've been able to detect over 4 skin cancers and connect people with further care. And we owe so much to Act House, owe so much to this community. And it's really crazy being up here because the first time I actually attended a demo day was over 3 years ago. And I wasn't up here. I wasn't doing any of this cool stuff like getting to introduce somebody. I was actually an undergrad student in my second year, having no idea what I was going to do in my life. And now I'm able to say that I am the result of a network effect. And for who doesn't know, is a network effect is where each connection makes the whole community more valuable. I actually took the time today to look where my tax with Malachi went back to. And it was actually 2021. And to see that Malachi initially invested his time, and then I was able to invest my time and capital, and now I'm able to introduce another founder, which is a product of that same effect. And she reflects the belief from Dom, from Malachi, and as weird as that sounds, even myself. And everyone that is here to stay in Tulsa carries that responsibility to keep building this network effect, to keep not only investing but inspiring, and to build the next wave of founders. But most of all, she's not just a product of a network effect. She's a product of her hard work, perseverance, brilliance, and courage to take some crazy risks, even when advised otherwise. I'm still proud of you. And she says I'm her mentor, but she actually has no idea that she's the one that inspires me the most. I'm happy to introduce the founder and CEO of Tally, Leah Salcedo.
I'm a fireball.
Let's be real. No one is good at keeping receipts. When I traveled for a week-long conference, I didn't even think twice about it. Morning coffees, team dinners, rides to and from the venue. About a month later, I received a notification. My expense report was due, and I had no idea where my receipts were. With the accounting department chasing after me, I spent half a day of real work just trying to track them all down. And the truth is, it's not just me. Let's put that into perspective. 97% of people lose receipts, often buried in inboxes, photos, or bags. For consumers, that's about $78 lost a year in missed returns or refunds. For employees, it's missed reimbursements and 2 hours wasted chasing receipts for every expense report. And for businesses, missing or non-itemized receipts can lead to audit penalties, disallowed deductions, and up to 0.4% of revenue lost every year due to expense fraud. Consumers, employees, and companies are tired of wasting time, money, and patience all over a simple receipt. But what if we reimagined how we interact with receipts? Introducing Tally Receipts, the easiest way to capture your receipt automatically. Whenever you make a purchase, your receipt instantly appears in your digital wallet. No emails, no phone numbers, no more paper receipts. With Tally... With Tally, we work across every card, every POS terminal, and every store, integrating directly and grabbing receipts for every payment everywhere. Hi, I'm Leah Salcedo, CEO of Tally Receipts, and we're building the future of digital receipts. Tally builds a receipt data layer that captures purchases at the point of sale. When a purchase is made, Tally detects the transaction, matches it to the order, and pulls the receipt from the POS, syncing it directly to the digital wallet. For this to work at scale, Tally integrates directly with the point of sale networks used by merchants today. Tally turns receipts from a liability into an asset. We help consumers save money, save employees hours in manual reporting, and protect businesses from audit risk and lost deductions. With Tally, receipts can finally move at the same speed as modern payments. Every year, 1.7 trillion digital payment transactions occur globally, and 170 billion of those happen right here in the US. Each transaction can generate a receipt, but some of those receipts aren't itemized. They're scattered, unstructured, and disconnected from the payment itself. We're entering this market to solve a massive pain point so that no one has to ever chase a missing receipt again. We're starting with businesses where managing receipts is a requirement, not just an inconvenience. We've talked to over 100 companies and have identified their struggle in filing expenses, managing reimbursements, and being exposed to fraud and compliance risk every day. With Tally, you no longer have to take a picture of your receipt ever again. This month, we've launched our second beta with 30 users across 13 companies, testing our email receipt capture and AI agent that categorizes receipts. We have, to date, we've built front-end card linking, e-commerce receipt capture, and an app to store and organize receipts. We've talked to over 1,000 users and have validated the pain and demand across industries. In the coming months, we're launching card-linked receipt capture, integrating with Toast and Square. Next year, we'll pursue Apple licensing to embed directly into the digital wallet. And long term, we plan to license out our Tally API to POS systems, banks, and accounting platforms to deliver itemized receipt capture at scale. I started my career as a healthcare VC analyst, and as a former small business owner, I've experienced the pain of not having itemized receipt data. I'm joined by Alan Myers, CTO, and Abigail Chow, COO. You guys are amazing, and I'm grateful to call you my co-founders. They share the same pain from their backgrounds as a former researcher and nonprofit founder. If you're tired and ready to be able to capture your itemized receipts, scan the QR code to join our wait list. And for the angels in the room, we're fundraising to expand adoption and advance card linking development. Losing a single receipt might seem small, but across billions of transactions, it's impossible to ignore. So join us as we digitalize the future of receipts. Thank you.
I'm on fire.
So I know that Dom's name is on the screen, like he's about to. No, come on up. You gotta come up here. For those of you who don't know me, which I know most of you in this room, I am Mandy Ford Argo. I'm program director for the Accelerator and chief of staff for Act House. I've been with the team for about 6 months now, and it has been a dream. Talking about network effects, right? I think all of us here have been touched by the incredible work and vision of Dom and what he's done here in our community. And so I think Dom knows a lot about me, but one thing he might not know about me is that I do love a little prank. So as a nice surprise, we all got you something that we think you might run short of. Team, would y'all like to join me? And anyone else in the audience who also brought one?
Oh my God.
Let's give it up for Dom.
Wow. This is a good prank.
Flicker.
This is a really good prank. I don't know if the live stream can still see me, but I'm adorned in black t-shirts. If you know anything, and they're app 9, get out. If you know anything about me, I don't even want them to drop, but somebody just grab this for me. I don't want to. Thank you. If you guys know anything about me, my first career was in politics, and I loved it. It was amazing. Did a lot of incredible work back in Florida. It was very exciting. A lot of local stuff. Worked for a city commissioner, worked for a mayor. But you had to wear a suit all the time, right? And your ties had to be on point, right? You just couldn't go to Macy's and like buy the ties that everybody else is buying. Like you had to be on point. But when I got into the startup world, I was wearing a suit for like, I don't know, a month, 2 months. Everybody always thought I was the one with the money. And I was like, no, I'm just a founder. And so my life started to evolve. I adopted the black T-shirt. Shout out to Steve Jobs. You got to give credit where credit is due. But nonetheless, that was a good prank. I appreciate you guys. I thought it was going to be like a motorcycle you're going to drive in here or something like that. But I guess I got to throw for more black T-shirts. I'm teasing. I love y'all. Man. It's so funny because the founders on the front row are from the previous cohorts. And there's this thing about demo day prep where I am the most least liked person for a week. Because demo day prep is it's intense. It's fun, you know? But nonetheless, to cohort 6, the solid 6, you guys are amazing. You've had to endure. You've had to press in, build. A lot of your journeys and where they started is not where they'll end. You guys are doing great things, doing great numbers, and you're going up. I mean, y'all rocked. Like, y'all really, really, really rocked. Howard came up here. I don't know who he was. I mean, he was talking about tugs like it was like, good grief. What a transformation. Man, I'm thankful. We got a lot of people to thank. But the first group of people I want to thank is you all who are sitting here. This community has been one of the best startup ecosystems I've ever lived in my life. And I'm not saying that because I have a microphone. I'm saying that because, as Danny talked about, that network effect, it is real, right? The reality that you can kind of go find everybody within about a 4 to 6 block radius, get what you need, right? Have a door open and a connection that will help you go to your next level. That's a blessing. That's real huge. A lot of startup ecosystems don't have that. Even where I'm from, in Tallahassee, Florida, we don't have that, right? But I think that's the beauty of Tulsa and the spirit of Greenwood that continues to echo and live forever. It is amazing. And so you guys have always showed up for Demo Day. Cohort 1, when I don't know if you guys even thought we were legit. Cohort 2, when you guys found out we were legit, and then we had to make sure these companies were legit because Cohort 2's, that was our first test in cohort design. And they still did good. But I was like, our second one, can we repeat what we did the first cohort? Cohort 3, we got into a good lather, a good rhythm. Cohort 4 was the bomb, right? I only say that because that's how they classify themselves. C5 was like, man. C5 had like 2 or 3 triggers before they even like left the cohort, which was amazing. And C6, the solid 6, man. Clap it up for one more time. To our team, man, we have an amazing group of people that labor and love in this work with us. We were the other day in a text message, and we laughed about the fact that the time I first met Talia Mayberry Smith, who's now at University of Tulsa, she was holding Nova, and Nova was how old? 6 months. And I am asking her a barrage of questions about life, business, her experience. Nova's like crying. We're being patient, but my questions aren't going away. She probably was like, I never want to work with this dude, ever, right? You have been a beacon of hope for us here when we came. And I thank you deeply for everything that you have done. Even though you've gone on and you're at the University of Tulsa. We love partnering with y'all and doing amazing work. You have left an indelible thumbprint here at Act House. So we thank you, man. We thank you. Malachi, I don't know if there's much. You said Malachi, right? Malachi, I don't know if there's much more we can say, man. But you're my brother. We had the most amazing conversation when Malachi was transitioning. It was very existential, talking about the greater work of Tulsa and what needs to be done. And when we were talking about just the evolution of our lives, but also the evolution of impact and the things that can continue to happen, it was a conversation that I'd still replay in my head today, man. I'm not going to tell all the people what the conversation was, but I love you. You are truly an amazing supporter, amazing brother. Anything your family needs, if it's in my will and power to do, I'll get it done. Your kids are set. I mean, they're set by you. You do a great job. But if they need some backup, I'm right here for them, man. Seriously, I love you, bro. Sam Carlton. Sam. A lot of people don't get a chance to see, well, a lot of you guys know Sam, but a lot of people don't get a chance to see a lot of Sam's work that he's been doing with another one of our teammates, Teron Foxworth, who's been serving as an advisory consult to us. Sam runs head of engineering, but a lot of the tools, resources that our founders use in order to build teams, create their teams, de-risk their teams when it comes to team matching, that's Sam. It's his work. It's his labor. Him and I have design sprints at 7:30 on a Saturday night just to rock out and build and create new tools for founders to really begin to experience. And I love the fact that what you're touching right now is leading the next journey of our company in a way that's very, very meaningful, man. So I appreciate you, brother. Love you. We love you, Sam. 100%. This person has gone on from the team, but I have to acknowledge his presence because he is back in the same place that I saw him at the last demo day. Clayton Dom. Man, big Clayton. When Clayton came on the team, what was so fascinating is that we actually saw the impact, not in the work that we were doing, but to Jordan. It's like Jordan had a brother in creativity that was just going up the next level and making things happen. But Clayton, man, thank you for coming back, assisting us and helping us out, man, for Demo Day. You have been amazing. This has been a crazy month, one that's highly involved. So your support, brother, I can't thank you more, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. We love you, bro. This next person who pranked me, Mandy Ford Argo. A lot of people know Mandy, but I think what a lot of people don't know about Mandy is she is an avid rider of motorcycles. You would never suspect it. Like, she's sweet as pie, but drives a tight ship. Like, she gets things done. Mandy and I have been knowing each other for years. It's been like 5, 6, I don't know. And it's so interesting that the moment came around for us to actually work together and collaborate. And I'm so thankful that you have been the driving force behind this cohort, keeping it organized, keeping it flowing. You have some big shoes to fill with Talia over here. But Talia, I got to say, she's pretty freaking awesome. She's pretty freaking awesome. Yeah, she's pretty freaking awesome. When I called Talia, I was like, hey, what do you think about Mandy? She said, I approve. She said, I approve. So, Mandy, we love you. I cherish you. Thank you so much for everything you do. I appreciate you big time. Appreciate you big time. Again, if this is your first demo day, I do this because a lot of people don't really understand our team makes deep sacrifices to do the work that we do. You know, none of them have equity in these companies, right? And when you do labor work, oftentimes it is overlooked, right? And for me, it doesn't happen without them, right? Like 2022, like went to Middlebury and did my language thing, right? Team held down. This year, same thing. I was doing it since 2016. It's like the fact that you can, okay, hey, separate, detach, recalibrate your mind, and the team still takes things forward, it's amazing. And so I really appreciate you guys. Maria, Kim, man. Our head of insights. Man. If you guys don't know Maria, you're missing out. She is a gem of a human being, a solid friend. I can't tell you how many times she's probably defended my name in these streets. She's laughing because she could probably tell you the count. And I'm just at home just doing my thing, and I'm doing much, just, But Maria, I appreciate you. Your mind is probably one of the most brilliant minds I've interacted with in the journey of my career. Your ability to see the underlying tones and nuances of human beings, to capture the insights that they present to you, which most of us won't even see. But you do it. And you power everything that we do within the ACT assessment. It's a blessing and an honor to work with you. I'm proud of you. And more than all, you're not a jack of all trades, but you're a jack of all trades. Right? Like, you know how to come in. Maria one time I think when she first came, was like running ops for a moment. And then it was like, okay, cool, now we know what to do. And then she moved on, fixed another thing. Okay, then moved on, fixed another thing. And then landed in insights and just has been crushing it. She's been heads down running our pre-accelerator that is actually going to be commencing or ending in Atlanta next week. Big shout out to you. That is heavy work. We thank you for holding it down while we can hold this down. Big salute. Appreciate you. Love you, man. Love you. Someone who's not here today, Fola Shade. I hope you can see this. I hope you can hear this. Fola Shade Akande. I'm not going to do the accent, I promise you. I'm a chill. I know I'll be in West Africa, man, trying to reconnect with the roots, but, Fola, you are amazing. I appreciate you. The team appreciates you. The only thing that we cry about or, get pissed about is that we don't get to spend every day with you. You probably like that. But we love you. We care for you. You are doing amazing work in the pre-accelerator and accelerator. Man, we miss you. Big heart. Well, half a heart. Cool, you see us. Clap it up for Fola. Real quick. Jordan, there we go. I was like, where is he at? Man, J-Mac. What up, bruh? My brother, my friend, my little bro, my mentor, my man. Yeah, bro. And my storytelling, get that on. Hope you got that on. Hope you got that on tape. Bro, I appreciate you. You represent what the culture of ACT House is. You breathe it, you live it. You ignite people. When you come into a room, you can change literally the whole world, but you're changing it here. And that means a lot. It does, man. We've been rocking and rolling for, 7, 8 years now? I can't even tell you. But it's been exciting. The sky's the limit for you, man. Seriously. Sky's the limit. All that you can have it. I'll be right there supporting you, big time. So, Jordan, big love. Appreciate you. Big salute. To the Tulsa Chamber of Commerce, who sponsored Demo Day tonight, big shout out to y'all. Jonathan Long in the building, my guy. If you haven't checked out a lot of the great work that they are doing, check it out. They just came back from Salt Lake on a visit. They're always going to other areas, extracting ideas, bringing it to Tulsa, and making it happen. And we appreciate that, big time, man. You've been an avid supporter of the work that we do. You supported us last year for C5. Thank you for supporting us for C6. Man, big gratitude. So, did I forget anybody, guys? Jazz, thank you, Jazz. Thank you. Y'all got to help me. I'm up here freezing up under this light. Thank you. Jazz is another remote team member. Jasmine, Ahmed, I hope you're watching. If you're not, this is recorded. You can see that I like almost forgot, but forgive me. We'll talk tomorrow. We love you. Listen, I say this. For every investor that has ever interacted with Demo Day, you have been blessed by Jasmine Ahmed's work. The data layering that she has done for us, our Airtable queen, and Airtable is not the most easy beast to work with. But the level of connective tissue that she has provided, the one who keeps our data like on point, that data. And I'm like, Des right here, just take it. You know, it's organized, it's clean. Des, is it clean? Okay. She wants more data. It was a request from last week, but I had Demo Day this week. We got you, all right? But nonetheless, though, Jasmine is the one who architects that, chief pioneer of it. She's amazing. So, Jasmine, shout out to you. We appreciate you, man. Much love. Much love. Awesome. To everybody in the room, thank you for coming. We really, really, really appreciate you. Again, to our partners, you guys are amazing. Building Tulsa. I gave my big speech about y'all. I hope I faked y'all out. I really hope I got y'all good on that slide. We love y'all. We appreciate you guys. This wouldn't be possible without you. It's officially over. The music's about to come back on. I think there's some more food and drinks outside. Meet somebody. Say it again. We do? Oh, yes, dinner. For those who want to stop by and come to dinner, we're going to have it at In the Raw View. Come, get some food, grab a drink, have some fun. We always have a good time after Demo Day. This is your open invitation to come. So please come, eat some food, and let's have a good time, man. See y'all guys later. Appreciate it.